Welcome everyone. This is your weekly reading for July 11th to July 17th. I want to thank each and every one of you for supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. Let's find out what Spirit has in store for you this week. And hello to you, Cancer. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure to read for you. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for checking in. And hopefully you will also like what Spirit has to say for you this week. So Cancer, we're starting out with the Eight of Cups, Death, the Hierophant, and the Five of Swords. Then we have the Moon, another power card, the Knight of Wands, the Star, and the Knight of Cups. So we have some emotion here, we have a little bit of action, we have a little bit of challenge, and lots of big cards talking to you this week's Cancer. So with that being said, we know that the Hierophant relates very closely to Taurus. We know that the Star is very strongly linked with Aquarius. We know that Death is affiliated with Scorpio, and excuse me, and then the Moon is very closely related to Pisces. So those are your people in your group. Those are the ones that you're going to want to be looking out for. And it's kind of cool how you can sometimes find things like that out without even looking right at someone and saying, hey, are you a Scorpio? Hey, are you a Taurus? So these people will probably present themselves to you this week because the cards are saying that they're supposed to be there to help you. So let's start with your first card, your Eight of Cups, your emotional card. So that is a card saying that you are feeling like a desire for a more spiritual life, and you're feeling a need to commune with nature. So that is a really good place, a good setting for the Eight of Cups, for you to have that that peak in interest in your spiritual well-being, in your spiritual life. And then it's also saying that you should be open to leaving behind a long-term relationship, habits that you know are maybe not so good for you. Also just being able to set your mind to make this change, to leave this job, leave this home, leave this relationship. So the Eight of Cups is saying there's going to be some changes, like real separations in relationships or in the emotional realm. So right off the bat, your Eight of Cups is saying something big is coming, a turning point is happening for you. And then right next to it, we have Death. And of course, Death, your Scorpio card, it is talking about endings so that something new and positive can happen for you, like a sense of renewal. So here we are talking about the exact same thing, two separate cards and your power card. So a sense of renewal. Something is ending so something new can begin. So perhaps you're playing with the idea of moving to a new state for work, or you are enamored with someone or in love with someone, and now they are asking you to change your place of residence, to move from one state to another for love. So I'm just seeing that something is going to change for you, and more than likely in the emotional realm. So you're being called to change something in a big way. But you do have your Hierophant there, and the Hierophant is like the high priest of the tarot. He is there for your spiritual growth. He is there for you to tap into that. So knowing that your Eight of Cups was kind of hinting at that idea too, wanting to have a more spiritual life, willing to make big changes for that transformation, for that change, for that renewal. And the Hierophant is right there to give you that guidance and to keep your spiritual growth happening. So far, so good. Right now, Cancer, everything is leading toward you having a more spiritual life, feeling like you have more meaning in your dwelling, why you're here. So that is very helpful to you. The Hierophant is right there. Death is right there saying, yes, this change can very much, it can definitely happen, and it should happen for your own well-being. Then we have the Five of Swords. With the Five of Swords, we're talking about a wake-up call. Something that's telling you, okay, it is time to make some changes in your life, Cancer. So, and these are things that you've already contemplated. You do have the Hierophant to discuss any new issues, anything that you're wondering, am I being too sensitive about this? But other than that, you already know which direction you want to go with this challenge, this change. So that wake-up call, that defeat, something that's really happening, really something that needs to change. You need to address it and change it. So this is the week that's going to start for you, Cancer. All of these things are saying just that. Then you have the moon, and with the moon, you're talking about dreams and visions and being able to look beyond the surface, being able to really see people for who they are, see situations for what they really are. So this week is a great week for you to start with some change, especially a drastic, a big change. And then with your action card, with the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is saying that yes, forward movement is necessary. You are restless for it. You want it to happen. You are really ready for this change. But you do need to be careful not to be reckless about this, not think about the outcome of the action that you want to take, these things that you want to do to accomplish this goal, this major change. Be wary of that. It is a major change, so it does require some thought. It does require that you give it that sense of importance that it needs. So do step back for a minute and think about it. Don't charge into this. It's going to take some doing. And then we do have your cups here, your Knight of Cups, and that's just speaking of flirtation and romance, just general affection, a nice strong rush of feelings and emotion. So this is probably going to be an emotional change. The Eight of Cups was what started this, your emotional card that was talking about being able to hit a turning point and make some changes for the better. And then the Knight of Cups is saying, well, yes, this is a good time for you to change it up, even if it's with someone that you're already with, if it's a situation. And for some odd reason, that I was just thinking that it's a situation that you are flirting with. When I see this Knight of Cups for you with this reading, it's this new change. It's this thing that your Eight of Cups is talking about. That is what you were flirting with. And then with the Star is just saying that, yes, that is very much the direction you want to go. You want to feel that sense of inspiration. You just have that feeling like you are on the right path. You know where you need to go with this. So, like I said, the Knight of Wands is saying you're going to act on it. You want to do this. You are all for it. But also, you have to be careful to think about when. This would be a perfect thing where you're gauging and keeping track of your sense of right timing, because the inspiration is there, the new ideas are there, the need for change, the person who can help you with that strong advice for that change. Well, all of that is contingent on you being smart enough to know when to do this. So just be very mindful of when you're looking forward to this. The moon does remind you to trust your intuition and that you can see things for what they really are, looking beyond the surface. So make sure you're doing that, because I said the Death card is saying that this is going to be a big change, a massive change for you, a transforming change for you, a life changer. So definitely seek out your Hierophant and keep the moon in your heart. Remember that you have these visions, you have these dreams that you want to accomplish, and without having the guts to cut ties with something that's old and outdated and not serving you, well, that's not going to work. Between the Star and the moon, they're both saying that you need to be open to this change, be willing to make it happen, be able to make that huge change. So that is what I am seeing for you, Cancer. Thank you for joining me, and I invite you to tune in for my Weekend Energy show, which airs this Thursday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.